Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you'll be watching this video. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people call me Crystal, some people call me Criddle, like Riddle with the C. Either way, Nacho Mama is a personality, not a person. Today we're going to read for the collective of Libra, the Libra collective. See what sort of messages Spirit has for us today. I say us because I have like 6 placements in Libra. 6 placements in Libra and like 5 in Scorpio. Anyways, Libra. What sort of energies does Libra need to be aware of? Either energies that they're going to be in or that we're going to be in, or energies that we need to be aware of, people around us. What sort of energies does Libra need to be aware of? Please and thank you. So mote it be. Universe, please use me as a conduit to express the best message for whatever energy Libra needs to be aware of. Please and thank you. So mote it be. Amen. Libra. What energies does Libra need to be aware of? Please and thank you. So mote it be. Amen. 10 of Pentacles. Making money moves, huh? 4 of Wands. What? Hey! 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. The Hermit in reverse. So I feel like you're making some big moves. You're doing some things that you are definitely going to be able to celebrate. It might be a very, very financially rewarding. Like you're coming out of your shell. Like you've done enough inner reflecting. We have the Hierophant on top of this 10 of Pentacles. So it might be some sort of godly mission. You know, it might be some sort of mission, you know, that you feel is your purpose in life. You're on purpose with purpose. Whatever this is definitely divinely guided. Some sort of divinely guided mission. Some of you might be joining a church. You might be doing like some sort of like missionary work. Maybe some of you are just following your own true north, like to do whatever your mission is. Like some of you are star seeds, and you know your mission on earth is to raise the vibration of everyone around you and yourself, like in starting with yourself, so that the people around you can vibrate at a higher frequency. You know, some of you take that job very seriously, you know, to be a star seed or a twin flame, you know. And some of you are finding your path on which way to do that, and it might be very successful for you, Libra. But I feel like you're following your truth. There's some sort of celebration in your truth. You know, and you're not in the past reminiscent. You know, you're not focused on all the spilled cups. You are definitely putting your energy into things that are part of your true north. You know, and you have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, which is very much a soul mission. You know, if you're on a twin flame journey, then that is very much a soul mission. That is a partnership that is on a divine mission. That is a partnership that's here to help change the world. That's here to help raise the vibration of the planet. Like I think you're finding your path, your purpose, your mission. And you're leaving all those empty cups behind. Like you're not focused on those empty cups. You know, that you realize that they were empty for a reason, you know. You might have some sort of unfinished business. You know, there might be some things that are left unfinished, you know, but those are left unfinished on purpose. Maybe it's not time to finish them, you know. You have the Tower in reverse. So whatever was super significant to you, some sort of super significant connection, some sort of super significant partnership, or you know, supposed catastrophe is a little bit left unfinished. But through this catastrophe, you are finding your true north, your true self. finding your truth in your place in the world, your mission in the world, like what you are really good at. You know, you might be getting some sort of message of passion. You know, this might be something new that you're very passionate about. But if there's some sort of connection that's left a big mark on you, or you left a big mark on them, then that was there for a reason. Like, it all happened for a reason, you know, and that reason is to get you prepared to be in the best position you can to do the best good for your soul purpose. The High Priestess. You're learning how to follow your intuition. If the things that had happened in the past didn't happen, you wouldn't be who you are right now. You wouldn't know the things that you know right now. You wouldn't be in the position with the people that you are right now. You know, and I think that you have a lot of reason to celebrate, you know, not only in yourself, but outwardly. High Priestess. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. So you're not wishy-washy about what it is you want to do. Like, it's like you found your soul purpose. Your soul purpose is to raise the vibration of the planet, and you're sticking to it, you know? You found your life mission. Your life mission is to, you know, help addicts that are in recovery, you know, to help people learn the tools that they need so that they can do the things that you did. You know, you've had to go through this journey so that way you could get through it, so you could help other people get through it. You know, how are you supposed to help other people get through it if you haven't been through it yourself, you know? It's like you're learning the very most that you can so that you can help others get to where you are, you know, and you're absorbing information from those that have gone through where you want to be to get to where they are, you know, like you're taking advice from people who are in positions that you want to be in, you know, you are surrounding yourself with people that are inspiring, you know, like if you open your phone and all the things that you see on your social media are inspiring, it's inspiring others, you know, like you have to be inspired to inspire others, you know, but you wouldn't be where you are and know what you know had you have not done the things that you did, had you have not gone down the path that you went down to get you to where you are. You know, now you have a real stronghold on viable information, on ways and tools and mindsets and little tips, and you know, like you can say that you honestly been through it. You know, nobody wants to hear nothing from somebody that ain't been through it. You know, nobody wants to hear, you know, how to get from somewhere, from something that, you know, from somebody that was just born into the life that they had. You know, like a lot of people aren't born into the life. A lot of people have to go through the battles, to get through the struggles, to make it to where they are, you know? And I think you're going to have a lot of different avenues open up to you. You might have had a lot of different choices and different paths and different decisions that all seemed very viable, but you're trying to pick the ones that are most useful for your soul mission, you know? I mean, you wouldn't be able to help yourself, much less other people, get through toxic relationships and toxic partnerships and, you know, toxic behavior in ourselves had you not been there yourself. You know, how are you supposed to help other people get out of it if you've never been in it? You know, if you've never been in some sort of super abusive, toxic relationship, then, you know, how are you supposed to give other people advice that are in that situation to help them get out of it? You know, like you went through all of the things that you went through so that you had a real strong grip on how to make it through. So you can reach down and pull the person behind you up, so that person can reach down and pull the person behind them up, and so on and so forth, you know? Because had you have not been through any of this stuff, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't have any sort of advice. You wouldn't have any sort of idea of how to get through it, because you ain't never been through it. But because you've been through it and you got yourself out of it, you know, you climbed out of that hole, you figured out how to be sober, you figured out how to not enable, you figured out, you know, where you were being toxic, like you started taking accountability for your own toxicity, for the things that you let let happen, that you allow, you know? And now you have solid tools and the proof that it can be done. You know, you are becoming living proof that it can be done. You know, and be aware of not accepting help. You know, be aware of sitting there focusing on the things that you didn't do right. You know, be aware of not realizing how far you've actually come. You know, you might not be exactly where you want to be, but you have come so far, Libra. So be aware of not applauding yourself, you know, for the things that you've accomplished, for not feeling like you're still not good enough. You know, for not seeing, you know, that there are people out there that want to help you, that love you. You know, don't fixate on these empty cups that you tried and did everything that you could to try to make it work, and it still fell apart anyways. You know, you still made yourself a fool. You still, you know, it still ended up being not what you wanted, even though you tried so hard. You know, I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, doesn't even matter. I didn't sing that right at all, but whatever. You know what I mean? Don't focus on that. Don't sing that song in your head to yourself all the time. You know, I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. It does matter, Libra. Don't focus on those empty cups, man. Because you have something really successful, something that you can really celebrate. You know, accomplishments that you can really celebrate. Even if you don't see how far you've come because you aren't where you want to be, doesn't mean that you have not come so far. Like, you've come so far. Celebrate those little victories, you know? Celebrate the fact that you have a different mindset now. Celebrate the fact that you don't react or respond to the same way that you did to things that you would have in the past. Celebrate the fact that you are no longer enabling, you know, an abusive alcoholic boyfriend. You know, celebrate the fact that you've learned so much and have gone so far. In the end, it really does matter. All right? It really does matter, Libra. Because not only are there people watching you, you have no idea who's watching you, who's looking up to you, who has seen what you have overcome. You know, whether it be your children, your parents, your friends, you know, your old friends, your old acquaintances, you know, they'll take a look at you and be like, wow, like, damn, you've come real far, you know, and that might just inspire them to do the same things themselves. Like, oh, well, if she could do it, if he could do it, then I can do it, you know? Don't ever underestimate the power of where you're at now, of how far you've come, of all the things that you've learned. You might not be exactly where you want to be, but you sure are not where you used to be. And celebrate that. Take the time to celebrate those things, to celebrate yourself, to celebrate how far you've really come, to celebrate the fact that you are not in some toxic relationship, you know? Don't hold on to the bitterness of the fact that you went through a toxic relationship. Like, that's not going to do you any good. Celebrate the things that you learned about yourself and how to overcome these things. Because once you're out of that loop, then you can turn around and you have the tools to be able to help someone pull themselves out too. And then once they learn how to do that, they'll have the tools to be able to pull the next person out, and so on and so forth. And that's really, like, that's super powerful. Don't ever underestimate it, Libra. You've gone through a lot. You've been through a lot, and you have a lot to celebrate. You have a lot to celebrate. So I would say to be aware of what you have to celebrate, to take the time to celebrate your victories, your own personal victories, and don't be focusing on these empty cups. All right? I'm pretty sure those are your messages, Libra. And until next time, Nacho Mama out. Vroom, beep, beep.